Igama ngu-Akhona Siyolo, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So first things first, esiqala ngayo. If you are new to this channel, ungalibali, don't be shy to press the subscribe button. And then if you are an existing subscriber, welcome back, zithandwa. And thank you so much, guys, for your support and the comments. I see the comments and thank you. Like I'm grateful. The growth is getting there. It's getting there, and I am so grateful. So today is an interesting topic. Firstly, before we start speaking, or disclaimer, everything that I'm gonna share today is based on my experience. It might be different mhlawumbi komnye umuntu okanye mhlawumbi someone who has gone through the same thing esendisuka kuyo mna, but mna namhlanje what I am going to talk about is based on my experience, not anyone else's experience. Can't say yonke into that I'm going to speak about into right or into wrong. It's my experience. Asuseleyo ke ngoku, let's get on to it. Le subject ne ndifundela ngayo, it's very close to my heart, ne? It happened this year. So this year, it's so much happened that ndaba ngumakoti. And ke ngoku ne ngexesha kuthiwa phofu ngexesha siye saplana and then decided that singaba ngumakoti kwakudala. It didn't just like zange siveske sivuke sithi okay, today today we are deciding that uzaba ngumakoti. It's something that we wanted to do for a longest time, but it's just that zibe khona obstacles or mhlawumbe ndingathi stumbling blocks ezizenza kungenzeki ngale ndlela thina besicinga kuzokwenzeka ngayo. So we started having this chat with my now husband, ne? Sithetha we want to get married. I mean kube kuselixesha sijola like bese sibani minyaka. So we were like, you know what, we think it's best to take our relationship to the next level. It wasn't my idea. Yengeyo idea yake, it was a co-joint idea. And then we were like, you know what, we think we are strong enough, because that I would like to make out there is that I know some people might be against London mhlawumbe, or they might say that umuntu is not supposed to do something like that before marriage. But it was a decision that we made, and we thought that it's gonna work for us. So again, it might work for us, but it might not work for the next person. It was, I'm not gonna lie, it had its challenges akhona. Like ezinye, like bezikhona into ezigude, zikhona ezinye into ezibad. When I say mhlambi kukho izinto ezigude, I would say that we were able to do things together. So into mhlambi ibingameli umuntu oyi-1 kuthiwa umuntu oyi-1 uza kwenza u-A, B and C, biba sizokwenza u-A, B and C. And also decision making, it helped us with decision making. We are able to sit and put our heads together and decide on things, sense decisions. And then also, the other thing is that I got to know him better, and I think now he got to know me better. At first, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I always like and reflect back, and I'm like, you know what? I always laugh about it, because uqala kwamuhlala no husband wamne. Ezinye izinto bezindothusa. I'm not gonna lie. Things like izinto eziphambeneyo man, like ukubone xa ubungumuntu, or like when you're a girl, you know, most thina singaba abantu bafundiswayo ba okay, into ethile ihlale endaweni ethile, into ethile ihlale endaweni ethile, you need to fix this, you need to fix that. Guys, okay, mhlawumbe ndithethe ngowam, they don't believe in that rule. They're like, it's not killing anyone ngoba ihlale pha, so why bother? Like ayizubulala mntu, so ndizayishiya pha, it's fine. It's not like, it's not a train smash. Mna on the other hand, I'll be like, no, but it doesn't. Akufanelanga bihlala pha. Iplate akho suppose bayihlala pha, ihlala ekhabhathini. Yena uzawuthi no, ingahlala pha ecangkwami apha phezu kwe couch. It doesn't really matter. So zizinto ezinjalo that I got to understand. And also I think also ngeli xesha ndi-understandayo ndakwazi ukum-advyisa kwezinye izinto uba ewe I understand that uthi ayizubulala mntu, but ezinye izinto they don't like, ingaske kubekho i-order, not andifuna ukuthi law, because i-law it's like it's a bit brutal, like ingase kubekho i-order when it comes to certain things in the house, because at the end of the day sifuna indlu enomthetho, so that even when we bring a family or when we like grow a family, abantwana can understand that into ethile nento ethile nento ethile zihlala endaweni ethile. So I learned ke ngoku izinto ezinjalo ngaye that I didn't know, because ubona le guy that's there like that's handsome, and then you like yo uyabona lo unayo order unayo like hey understand ba because baba ngamanene ke, I'm not gonna lie, I'm speaking about my husband, ngamanene uthi umuntu xa enxibe pha uqoma yo hayi uyambona lona he's everything, uhlala naye uzobona. Not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying that uye uhambe ufunde, and bona I think uphofu husband wami I think ungumuntu mhlawumbi or who just feels like he's casual at home, he can be xa unodibana naye ungathi ngumuntu o straight, but xa ufika apha endlini ufumanisa uba yazi he's actually a casual guy. But I'm not gonna lie, for me it was khange ibe yinto mhlawumbi nothi it's a red flag or into that made me love him less. It made me understand him, that in the long run, xa enze something like that, of maybe leaving his shoe by the door, and xa ndisithi shoe by the door ndithetha inyani, like I'm not even acting. Xa eshiya issue by the door, I understand that okay, he's like that. And then as time went by, we learned each other, and I'm sure naye he learned a lot about me, and I can't speak on behalf of yena. I'm sure when we are doing a video, he will say, okay, this is what she did. So, we learned izinto ezininzi. I learned izinto ngaye wayifunda izinto ngam, and then as time went by, I got to understand him better, naye want to understand her better. And then I think we got comfortable with our habits. I think the right word is to say habits. I've got my own habits, he's got his own habits. So safunda ke ngoku, safundana. And then we're like, okay, we're comfortable. Because I think, what I think in my view is that it's very important to be comfortable in the other person's habits. So I think I got to be comfortable in his habits. If he habits is okay, this is my thought. If he habits is okay, annoy up to a point that you feel sick, or up to a point whereby you feel, you know what, I can't handle it. Maybe that person might not be for you. But now I was like, you know what, he has habits or as zindo that he's doing that I feel he's not doing right. And I can live with this. So that's when the decision came that we want to do this thing called life. Obviously, sihleli sonke, like sihleli soyi-2 apha endlini, senza into ezininzi. Like we reached goals as ezininzi, we were able to, like if mhlawumbe sithi we want to buy this, if I'm like ndenza umzekelo mhlawumbe we want to buy a TV, besithenga soyi-2 sithi okay let's do this, like besiba i-co-joint into, ibingabi into mhlawumbe whereby omnye uyayenza, besiqala sithethe ngayo and then we do it. So wafumanisa uba asikatshati, but most of the things that we own are ours. Yonke into elapha endlini yinto esiyenze sobayi-2. So that's when we're like, okay, so we can do this thing. And loo nto siyenze for a longest time. And then after that we're like, okay, we can do this thing. So why don't we just siyenze official? Because you know, in our culture as well, boyfriend is not like akabonwa as your partner up until ends the right thing, and also now awubonwa as the partner up until kube ikhona lento yenzekileyo. That's when we thought, okay, it's time, like it's really time, because siyavana and we are best friends, we do everything together, we go out together, we do everything. And xa sesihambile, like ufumanisa uba uhamba kwethu konwatyiwe, akho nto mhlawumbi apho unothi kuyaxatyanwa or anything like that. So siyavana, so why not make it official? sesadicida ke i-decision yethu iqine kakhulu last year, which was 2023. We were like, oh, we are doing this thing called life together, like siyayenza, we don't care uba kwenzeka ntoni, we're just doing it. But sithe sisaqala ke ukuba siya, like we are doing it, safumanisa uba we are pregnant. Phofu ke ngoku sana unkabondim othanda uthetha sebalekile wahamba wayozixela kokwaba hayi ke kukho lo mfana phofu ekhaya besesaziwa but ke engaziwa ngendlela ukuba ngumyeni wam. Ndathi ke ufuna ukuza ke azokwenza u-A, B and C. Xa emveni koko xa sisithi we are pregnant, I mean, for me it was, I'm not gonna lie, we love our daughter like 2 bits, but we didn't plan it. We didn't sit down and say, okay, we're having a baby now. We didn't sit down and say we're doing this like lento, like plan, it's gonna happen, but it happened. And I'm not gonna lie, the other thing is that it took us, it took me a long time to actually say ebazalini ba hey kwenzeke u-A, B and C. Naye yena ingathi uqale wayenza before me, uqale wayithetha before ndiyoyithetha mna, but eventually ndathi nam ke ndayoyithetha. So meaning now xa kusekufika umntana, if you understand our culture is that funeke kuqale kuhoywe ii-damages zoba u-pregnant before anything else. So we went through that process of kuhoywe indaba ye-damages and all of that. There were delays between ii-families zethu, nathi sadelaya, kwenzeka nje kwakuningi. And then sithe ke ngongelo xesha kwabe ke ngosekusondele ne-due date, but yenzeka into yokuba kuye-damages, yenzeka yagqitywa. But ngexesha yenzekayo bamenshina abantu ke ngokuba kulo husband ba sifuna unyuka nengalo. Bathe ke emveni koba bethe befuna unyuka nengalo kwavunywa, but ke kwathiwa masiqale sihoye le isisu, and ndabe ke nam sendizaba due. Got due, got our baby, and then came back. Obviously, when after you come back from the hospital, you're not gonna uthi sewubuya kuthiwa okay ke bakuhanje ke ngokuyotshata. Nope. There's a lot of emotional things that go through. I think abantu who has had kids before understand. There's a lot of things, you just need a break. So we're like, you know what, let's pause. We know we want to do this, but let's pause. In a way, we wanted to basikhulisa umntana, ne? But not take too long. But singangxami sithi okay, umntana uzalwe kule nyanga, next month we are getting married. So sisahlala and sakhulisa umntana. And while sikhulisa umntana nathi, we were like sifuna uqale sijonge ba like, are we fit for this? Even though we spoke about it before umntana, but are we really fit, and do we really want to do it lento? Because xa kukho umntana, there's a lot of things ezenzekayo, there's a lot of hormone problems obanazo wena ungumama, and trust me, nabantu abangotata, they go through the same. So there was a lot, man, like kwasiveske kwaphithizela kwakuningi. So siya sahlala sa decide by, you know what, maske sime kancinci, we'll saphinda sithathise, but maske sime kancinci. Even though besitheke kwi-families zethu, we were gonna do yonke lento yokutshata and all of that, ubeleka kwam, but ke kazange sibanike duration, so kwakunyanzelekile uba bachile balinde thina. In which they did. I'm not gonna lie and they didn't. They did. Waited up until we waited for about 6 months. When baby hit 6 months, we're like, let's do this thing. Okay, we are doing this. Nathi sifit, we are doing this thing. So kwanyanzeleka ke ngokuba I have to go to my family and tell them that okay, this is happening. I told my mother, my father is in Eastern Cape, so my mother had to relay the message to Eastern Cape. She did so, and after that, shem andifuna uxoka, izinto ziyeza ndabona ngokuba izinto ziyasondela, ne? Yonke into, like naye mama is asking me questions, nakulo husband uyazibuza questions and all of that. But guys, whoever has gone through the Lobola negotiation phase, I commend you and I applaud you. Well done. I've never been that stressed in my life. Like indlela stress endandinaso was just nje besi kwenye level. The first thing that was stressing me is that even though they know that he's the one who made me pregnant, he's the one who like say tilba uzofuna unyuka nengalo. I had to, like, I into endandiyicinga that was going through my mind the whole time was that bazamamkela na, are they gonna accept bazamamkela na? And also like, but lento aze nayo, even though I did research, very important, when xa kuzawuza umuntu wakho kokwenu, please do your research. Where you might not directly ask them, but nje fumana nje some bit of information, roughly what are they gonna expect, because you don't want, like, eza stress sibhlungu esiyana, and also you don't want ezinye families is very like they are very difficult, so you don't want your umuntu wakho yo embarrasseka phaya, and also you want to make sure that at least unayo into esondele kule nto bayifunayo. So I had to do that research, and then ndibuye ke ngondithi umntwam, this is what approximately, they won't give you the straight answer, ne? Baza kuthi, and that's one of the things that actually stressed me, because they, like, I would ask the relevant questions, but they wouldn't tell me straight up, well, okay, this is what we expect. They'll be like, maybe. So this doesn't stress and yazi, you know what? Because it's stressing me, but I understand that they don't want to do izinto, shortcuts, so that I had to understand. But it's just that it's so stressful, because I was like, are they gonna accept him? And we have decided that we actually want to do this. But yeah, that's why I decided, you know what, I commend or I applaud everyone or anyone who I care go through la phase Lobola. It's not a nice one. For me, it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice at all. Okay, I'm lying. It there were parts that were nice, but that thinking or before for me was not nice, or maybe the woman do that stresses a lot. After that, then kwenzeka ke ngoku that uguy ndamhlebezela uba hey ekhaya they might expect namos and no might, I don't have the definite answer to say this is exactly what they want. I went back to him and I said, this is what might be wanted. Now, we've got that. Okay. Kukho ke families namabhongo like my family. I didn't know, I thought mna xa kuzawulotyolwa kubakho mhlawumbi aba bantu bazawunegotiate nabantu from your family abazawunegotiate nabo, and then that's it. Kufika yonke ifamily, phofu ekhaya kwafika yonke ifamily, odabawo odabawo enkemake ndinodabawo by 100 million, mamnci, bani, yeah, like, yeah. And ke ngoku, if you understand Xhosa culture, you don't just bring people, it's my mother was putting the word out there, you don't just bring people and you ungabenzeli ukutya, you have to make food for them. What do we make? Oh my word. And also indwendwe nazo funeka zityile, but that's, I felt like if bekuswa zindwendwe zodwa ezikhoyo, which is aba bantu bazonegotiate nabasekhaya abazonegotiate nabo, then it was going to be like a lot easier, because I was going to say, okay, less than 10 people I scar, that's fine. But having dabawo, no mamnci, no bani, I was like, oh gosh. And mind you, I'm not a person who has catered for a lot of people, and Lamin was my day, so I couldn't say I'm not gonna help out. I had to make sure that I am there, like I'm in the middle center of the whole thing. So esinye stress was Is the food gonna be okay? Sorry guys, I had to cut a video because Ubaba was she just got up, so I had to just attend to her, but she's sorted. Her nanny actually came to fetch her. So okay, so where were we? So basically now that I had to now think of if the food is gonna be enough. And that's one thing, guys, I like to impress. I like to make sure that everyone is sorted. And like, I don't want Lando to think that people are like, I didn't eat, or the food was not enough, or the food was not nice, or the food, I don't want those things. So I don't know if I'm a perfectionist or if what, I don't know what to call myself, but I was like, is it gonna work out? I wanted it to work out so badly, and I was like, I was irritating myself because I was coming up with worst case scenarios. And one thing, Kenny, and I think you know that Nano husband who I'm have in common. We are people. Oh, I'm sorry, I just need a sip of something. But anyway, one thing that we have in common, no husband, is that we panic a lot. We panic a lot. If there's something that needs to happen, we want to make sure that everything is sorted to the T. So that's why we're stressed. Firstly, we are stressed about the money. Is it enough? The cows, are they enough? Oh no, they're not enough. I think we need to add more. Yes, and these are our things, like, isn't it that we normally say? We would be like, baby, don't you think it's better than so let's do more? Then they can always say it was more. Hey! And then when it comes to food, we're like, okay, let's buy more. So that if guys, we went all out. Okay, Shem, I'm not gonna lie. My mother helped a lot. She helped a lot with everything. Even though she was part of the reason why I was stressing, because they go out as mother and daughter, ne? And then they go out and gather other information, and then babuye azo lebe senithethe information, abuye azolanduza azophinda itshintshe. So ngomnye umuntu bendistress and mom, I love you so much, but you are stressing me. Yena behambe umama umkesana a research athethe sincokole lena agqiba yo research umama abuye engavumelana nalento besiyithetha, and then ndibe ne stress even more. Yo guys, like I was very stressed. I was too stressed. Maybe with some families it's like it goes smoother, but with mine it was very difficult because I didn't know what to expect. Okay, so kwaqhubeka yade yenzeka zafika indwendwe. Naye ke husband is also liaising with his family on the other side, and then the family yakhe, like, now you're stressed like now they're stressed like, but when we come together and then we stress about it, oh yeah, chaos. Guys, I chaos. Okanye sithi abathanda ustress ke ni comment mhlambi nina zange you didn't stress so much, but now we stressed. First thing stressing ngayo is ndokuba will they accept him. Second thing, will the Lobola cows be enough? And then the third thing was the food. That's what we stressed about. Anyway, yafika, I mean, you know, when you stress a lot, you stress, and then it happens so beautifully, and then after that you're like, why was I stressing? Oh guys, it went amazing. I'm not gonna lie. My family was very, thank you. I asked my husband to throw me something to wines. Because I look sana wow. Niyanithethisa so ngoku ndinxaniwe. Anyway, manqale ndifumane isipho. So everything, if family was like baba accepta kakuhle abantu babantu, and they like baba treata kakuhle, everything went like, it was so smooth that I couldn't believe. I was like, okay, no one day this is not the real one. Okay, you said everything went amazing. I was, oh, hi guys, I was so happy. I was so happy. Okay, even when I'm happy, I'm nervous. So I couldn't even eat. Even afterwards, I remember my sister kept on saying to me that iphelile ngoku, snap out of it. And I'm like, I'm still nervous. She was like, I went to bed. Okay, it's understandable because it was kwakungoMeyi ngelaa xesha. So understandeke into yoba kwakubanda, but okuya kwam ukubanda kokugodola kwakungenxa ye-nerves sana. It went smooth. Negotiations went amazing. And then after that, we're like, phew. Now we have to make sure that into sizawuyenza ngoku lungiselela indaba yomnxibiso. Sahlala. So into ye-Lobola negotiations went yenzeke ngoMeyi, ne? I can't remember the date. Husband angandibulala andikrwitsha andithini, because I'm supposed to remember these dates, but ke wethu ndilibele idate ikhona, kodwa I know uba ndiye ndayijonga ndizawuyazi, qha andiyazi wethu ndilibele. But it happened in May, into ye-Lobola negotiations, and then the next step would be for Umnxibiso wam. Meaning that kuzawufuneke ke ngoku ndiyonxiba ndibe ngumakoti, ndinxibe like Kezada attire and all of that. Okay, fancy Paul, ngoMeyi yangoJune. Siyenze ke ngoMeyi into yelobola, ngoJune sanxibisa, ane? Sanxibisa nge-15 kaJune. That date at least I remember. Sorry guys, my husband is around, so that's why ndinxibisela kuye. But sanxibisa ke ngoku ngoJune, nge-15 kaJune. Sathi emveni kwale anti bendistressile, and ke ndingumntu ostressayo, ndaqalisa lapha ndastressa ke sana about umnxibiso, because andiyazi, I don't know what to expect. Again, kufika ilantuza i-versions ezi-different. Kuthethwa le kuthiwa izawuthi, phinde kuthiwa hayi izuthi izawuthi. Yeah, you guys. I'm like, can't this thing be over? I remember even asked my husband, but can't you just sihambe siye kokwenu ndifike ndinxibe? And my husband was like, nope, like we're doing it the right way. Because I was like, masihambe wethu ndiye kokwenu ndifike ndinxibe, and then that's it. And what? Ayizukwenzeka kanjalo. So then we had to again sibeke i-date, sixelela abantu abadala uba okay, this is the date ekuza kwenzeka ngayo yonke le nto. And then shame, they like bavuma, and they were happy because they also didn't want us to wait too long. We planned then, my husband had to go ayoqokelela izinto zam. Mind you, so too, asina idea of anything, ne? We have to ask around, guys. Abanye abantu, here it's so funny. Mna yena, he has like sekwakufuneka sihambe sibuzis ba into ezithile ithengwaphi. This other day, ndihamba naye ke husband, I think sasesishekelwe uba sifumane iqhiya emnyama. Ndihamba naye emall, ndidibana nale girl. Sendithungile ke ngoku like izinto zami zange ndizenze endaweni eyi-1, ndandisenza ngapha, ndenze into ethile ngapha, ndenze into ethile ngapha. Dibana nale girl inxibile ingumakoti, endiqoba athi ule nto uhusband khawubuze phaa uba iqhiya uyifumene phi. Xa ndisiya kugirl wathi hayi mna kaloku yonke le nto ndayifumana endaweni ethile, yonke le kit yam, like from head to toe. And I was like, you know how easy it was gonna be if nam ndandiyifumene kanjalo yonke into yam, ne? But mna kaloku andazi into, ndicinga uba fanele uba uya kumama ubani for uba akuthungele into ethi, uye kwindawo ethile for ufumana isikhafu, uye kwindawo ethile for ufumana, kanti you are able to get everything. I don't know if that's the right way to do it, Prof, but ke I thought mna, I was like, ibizaba lula if bekuthiwa senze kanje. But ke thina sihambe indawo ezininzi, guys, siyojonga izinto, like sihambe indawo ezininzi, sihambe singqubeka and all of that. But eventually we got everything that we needed. And then after that, sabe ke ngoku i-date sabe sesiyibekile uba izawuba yi-15 kaJune. 15 kaJune came, I was stressing once again. Also, with the fact that I'm like, oh my word, is the food gonna be enough? Are the people and one thing with izinto ezinje, you cannot predict, especially in a Xhosa culture, can't predict how many people will come. You have to make sure that ukutya is more. It's better to have more food than less. So it was me and my husband stressing all over again about indaba yokutya and all of that. And nam ke ngoku stressing about the process, not being sure uba i-process izandiphatha kanjani na, like kuzokwenziwa ntoni. I remember making fun and ndisemsebenzini with my colleague, and I'm like, oh my word, like xa kuthiwa ke ngoku makoti khasenze liti, I won't even know where the kettle is, even though I know where it is. I'll be like, okay, what do you throw in ke ngoku eketlen? Amanzi, what do you do? Like, guys, stress alanto. I don't know how other people go through it, but it was stressing me. Shame, I'm not gonna lie. But sadibanisa yonke into and everything nje yadibana. And then yafika imini yomnxibiso. My sister-in-law was there. My sister-in-law was the one who went smooth once again. So we went to my husband's family's house the night before, and then we slept over. The next day yabazi preparations of everything that's gonna happen the next morning. And then after that, like, I didn't know it's that easy. Danxetyiswa, and then kwenziwa ke izinto ekufanele uba ziyenziwa, and then kwatyiwa, and then that's it. I'm like, yazi wena akhona uyathanda ustress. Oh, by the way, they gave me a nice name. Gama lam kuthiwa ndinguLilondwe. Lilondwe means ukulondoloza. So kuthiwa ke ngoku mna ndiyokulondoloza emzini wami. Uyayiva? Sana siyahambe sizifaka, because kaloku sana ngoku mna ku-expect uba mandilondoloze. Andazi ke ngoku uba if andikwazi ulondoloza kuzawuthwani, but anyway. So then that happened, and then it was amazing, it was beautiful and everything. Ndabuya ke sana ndingulo makoti. I had to come back. Zange ndihlale kakhulu kwi-in-laws zam. I had to come back because of work. Had to come back, and then after that, thathi sisahleli. After a couple of weeks, I think, kwathiwa kufuneke kuphathelwe impahla ngabantu bakokwenu. Lunch. I'm like, guys, does this ever end? Does this ever end? I know funeke yonke into yenziwe ngendlela eyiyo, but I'm like, iyawuziphele le nto okanye mhlawumbi andazi okanye ndim lo ngulo ithini le nto okanye kanye. But anyway, we were told that funeka abantu basekhaya bandiphathele impahla emzinam, meaning that I have to go emzinam, in which bendisiya, but ke ngaloo specific weekend I have to go to emzini wam. Abantu basekhaya bazandiphathela suitcase with clothes, bathi ke zimpahla zotshintsha. That's what happened. And then once again we're stressing about food. You know, I need to like, you know, I don't know, but once again you're stressing about food. I'm like, guys, I don't know. Okanye ndim ndithanda ustress. Kwafuneka siphinde stress ngokutya ke no husband. Stress. Is it gonna be enough? Abantu bazaba happy? Like, because you don't know who's gonna come and who's not gonna come. Stress against yo I got to shame. Like, if I think he's not sugar kuzo and get to stress, guys, if need like lendo ndibasela nithi yo hayi niyathanda stress andikaboni into le, and nisezawubona because I'll share some of the things. Mna no husband we stress a lot, like singabo bantu stress about everything and anything, ne? In which sometimes kuthiwa if your dreams don't make you scared, then they're not big enough. So I feel like that's why. But yeah, we started stressing about food. But anyway, sakutenga ukutya, we did sapheka and all of that. My sister-in-law was helping me. My sister, I don't think she was there. She was not there. No, she wasn't there. But my sister-in-law was helping me. Well, because I don't have one sister-in-law, I've got 3 sister-in-laws. But my one sister-in-law was there and she was helping me and everything went smooth. Once again, xa ndiphinda ndijonga afterwards, I'm like, ubuseswa yintoni lilondwe? Ulilondwe uyastress, andiyazi ukuthi mandilondoloze sesani uba ndizawulondoloza njani ndinezidingo umntu olustressayo, but ke yenzeka ke loo nto. My family came, ndafumana isuitcase yam with clothes and everything went smooth. After that, we're like, phew. Like I'm laughing about it ngoku, but ngela xesha bekusenzeka zonke ezi zinto, I was not laughing, like I was stressed. Okanye ndiyathanda ustressa. Guys, ndiyacela ze nikhe nifake comments and speak about your experience. If uphofu uzaba khona umuntu one experience, speak about your experience. Mhlambe ezeni experience are much better than mine, or nicho mhlambe ninike tips. Not that it's gonna happen again, I'm not gonna get married again, but nicho ba you could have handled it this way, or like nishba ngewenze kanje. Not that izawutshintsha anything, but nam izandinika lani ba mhlawumbi ndim lo berongo or ibingendim orongo. So yeah guys, so that's what happened. Am I happy about how it happened? Absolutely. Am I happy about the fact that I was stressing about it? Absolutely. Like, how did it make me feel? It made me feel wonderful. And ngoku, if I were to tell you uba ndinjani after, maybe some of you niyazibuza uba why ndinxibe kanje ngoku ndinganxiba into zosimakoti. Umyeni wam uthe mandingazinxibi uba ndizikhulule, ndiyadlala. I got the go ahead from in-laws zam uba I don't have to dress as umakoti anymore. Ndingazikhulula izinto and dress ngendlela endifuna unxiba ngayo. Obviously xa ndisiya emzini nam, I will wear yonke into that I have to wear. Ndizawuhlonipha ngendlela endihlonipha ngayo. So yeah, but after marriage, like after yonke laa nto yelobola and ukunxibisana, me and my husband are happy. Everything, like sisenjeya. And a lot of people would ask, ngoku kunjani, is it different ngoku nitshatile? No, I got it different. Like now I don't see any difference. The only difference I see is when we are with family, right? That ngoku kukho laa nto uba myeni wakho naye, kukho laa nto uba umfazi wakho. But apha endlini there's not like absolutely, if I say nothing, there's absolutely nothing. And more especially with the fact that benditshilo kuqala kwam le video that me and my husband were doing things together even before. So nothing happened, like akho nditshintshileyo guys. Abanye abantu, they would ask ba ngoku uthando lweni, is it more? No, still the same. Alikho more, because ngela xesha before we got married it was not less. So it didn't need umtshato in order for ba lukhule uthando lwethu, lukhule la ile nto lifuna uba yiyo ngexesha la loba libe njalo. And noba niye understand into endiyithethayo. So yeah, yonke into man iye right, and akho nto yenzekileyo uba ndingathi okay after siye satshata ke ngoku uhusband wami ebekade engayenzi into ethi uyayenza ngoku, no, wenza ngalaa ndlela besenza ngayo. And I'm happy about that. I didn't want any change, because I find that xa kuye kwathi nethi nitshate niqalise nitshintshe, or maybe want to improve or do less, kulapho ke ngoku izinto zimoshakala khona. If ubungula husband othanda ukundi-impressa ngoku yabe ndingu-girlfriend, undithengele ii-flowers, undithengele ii-chocolate, qhubeka usenza nangoku. Nam njengo-wife, if bendingulaa boyfriend ebekwenzela izinto ezithile nezithile, mandithi ngona ngoku xa ndingu-wife ndenze the same. Like andiboni into itshintshisayo mna. Ewe sikhulile, we have grown and we understand that we are husband and wife, but andiboni into itshintshisayo mna. So yeah, so mna itake yam kuyo yonke lento is that if a person wants to do what they want to do, they like more especially when it comes to joining together nibe ngumuntu, like nibe ngumfazi nomyeni. Do it, guys. It's stressful, but do it. Do it more. And oh, one thing endilibalayo is that now andina stress ukuba, because kaloku sana bendibana stress so ndiqoba andifuna uyithetha kakhulu into yoba like sihlala soyi-2, like bendiyifihla into enjalo naye ebeyifihla, like besingayithethi. So that's one thing ngoku uqoba myeni wam, you understand, myeni wam, yeah guys, phakama mkam bakubone, like kumandi utshata shem, andifuna uphosisa. Even ufuna utshata tshatani ngoku, and ndiyashituma uba tshatani. So guys, yeah, ngoku yabe kusenzeka yonke le nto ne, I didn't take a lot of content, guys. When I'm stressing mna andikwazi uthatha content. I'm gonna change that. It's gonna change now, more especially with the fact that I've got a channel. I want it to change, but I couldn't take a lot of content. And also I'm gonna help get also have help of my husband or my sister or whoever in terms of taking content. So I've got, and also enye into ne endilibalayo is that the reason why ngoku into endiyenzileyo ne ndifake izi-snippets of what went on, like ndizawuxa ndigqibothetha then nizobona izi-snippets. I couldn't put everything in because ezinye izinto they involve abantu who were there during the whole thing, and andifuni faka abantu without their consent. So I had to bandita, this one I'm not going to put in because I need to first ask permission kubo bandi bafaki. So yeah, so ngoku nizawubona after sigqibile uthetha, there's this not video but it's snippets, like sort of like pictures of what happened, like izinto ezenzekileyo during that time. Zincinci azikho nintsi because of the reasons that I mentioned. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, don't forget to like, to subscribe, to share, to do everything, like yonke nje into yabo enifuna uyenza. But I really do hope that you guys like enjoyile, and that mhlambi it motivated someone out there. And also andifuna uphinda andifuna uyisusa la ndawo ithi this was based on my experience. Bye guys.